The Airbus A340 has a reputation of having some of the tiniest engines on a widebody plane and also being one of the slowest planes on the runway to date. And in today's video, we'll explain exactly why. The A340 has a kind of small flaw. Do you notice it? Let's zoom in on it. It's the engines. They're kind of small.
The CFM56 engines were a type of engine mainly used by the Airbus A320 family, but was later on adopted by the earliest variants of the A340 family with 4 of them on each plane. However, because of how underpowered the engines were, the planes had poor takeoff and landing performances compared to other wide-body jets like the A380 and 747. Airbus combated this by making 2 new variants of the plane. The A340-500 and the A340-600 were created. The Rolls-Royce Trent 500 engines were fitted onto the new variants, but because of their weight and power, they would just eat fuel.
An A340, 600, and 500 were known for having some of the worst fuel reliability in the aviation industry at the time. This can be shown by how much fuel is lost on average. For example, 80,000 kgs of fuel is lost on a Boston to Frankfurt trip alone. Now comparing it to this 777-300ER. The 777 loses only 65,000 kgs of fuel on a Boston to Frankfurt trip, which is a lot less than the A340, meaning the A340 burns almost 20,000 more kgs of fuel. The engines and the weight of the plane would usually be the main cause of this insanely high fuel burn, with newer variants making the fuel burn worse due to the heavier engines, longer wingspans, and fuselage. Many airliners dropping the plane after a few years of service for these reasons. However, a few airliners like Swiss and Lufthansa still use the A340, with Swiss having 4 of them and Lufthansa having a staggering 23 of them remaining. But why does Lufthansa have that many A340s? Lufthansa has recently came out and said that they will be retiring all of their A340s by 2028, which is now in 2 years as of 2026. But why are they still using them for this long anyway? Well, the COVID pandemic left a huge blow on Lufthansa, so their airline orders were heavily delayed. So until Lufthansa get the more fuel-efficient 787s and A350s, the A340s will still be in use.